How straight the gate, how charged with punishments the scroll. I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul. Here in Dusseldorf, at the finish line, at full time, when the whistle blows and the action stops, the Invictus Games are the start and not the end of the journey.
Welcome to the closing ceremony for the 2023 Invictus Games in Dusseldorf.
This is a celebration of the week-long sporting extravaganza uniting servicemen and servicewomen from around the world.
Tonight we bring together a combination of sport, the military, royalty and show business in front of a crowd of almost 15,000 spectators.
We'll see the man who made it all possible, Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, as well as performances from recording superstars Sam Ryder and Rita Ora, and a look towards the next Invictus Games in Vancouver Whistler in 2025.
The Merkur-Spiel Arena, the ideal venue. The roof has been closed on this football stadium, normally home to Fortuna Dusseldorf, and the way the arena has been laid out to accommodate the various sports has been cleverly done. All the action has been in close proximity around Invictus Park, the centrepiece Invictus Village, an area of activity attracting both young and old. The volunteers and members of the German armed forces have been such an integral part in hosting these games, always ready to join in the fun and the spirit of the occasion, and that community spirit, a central theme of Invictus 2023.
And when it comes to the conditions here, you just could not have asked for better.
Yes, indeed. The sun has shone virtually all week. The midweek thunderstorms cooled temperatures slightly, but the rain interlude didn't disrupt the sporting schedule. It was the perfect destination for school trips, thousands of children glad of a day out of the classroom, all of them adding to the party atmosphere here on the banks of the River Rhine in the fascinating city of Dusseldorf.
This huge venue has been so well configured for the different sports competitions. We've had table tennis, sitting volleyball, wheelchair basketball, and wheelchair rugby in here, while outside there was athletics, archery, and cycling within quite easy walking distance of this arena, and all accessible from the city by car, bus, or tram. And as an added plus, admission to all events this week has been free.
Including tonight's ceremony. We've seen so many inspiring, uplifting examples of courage and bravery.
Our hats come off to the competitors who represent 21 nations here. Each has come here on their own personal mission, each with something to prove, many to themselves alone. And while they have conducted themselves with honor and valor on the fields of play, off it, they have been busy making new friends and sharing their experiences. And throughout, accompanying them has been the spirit of inclusivity and achievement, the spirit of Invictus, the unconquered, that is at the heart of these games.
And it's not just about the competitors, of course. This event is also for family and friends who've supported them. Many say that just reaching this point in their recovery where they can compete at an Invictus Games has been effectively their gold medal. In other words, just being here is a major triumph. These servicemen and women are either active or retired.
And one very familiar face we've been seeing all week here is expected to take center stage early on tonight. We are, of course, talking about Buddy the dog. Who else? The mascot of these games, who has been photographed everywhere here.
And let's remember, these games wouldn't have happened without an army of volunteers. They've captured the spirit with their dedication, smiles and selflessness. In many ways, the volunteers have been the stars of the show in Dusseldorf this week, helping out in so many different ways.
Prepared for an epic night, so let me hear it one more time. Sounds good to me. Listen, we have 18,000 people in the house tonight, and all of us are to be reunited with the competitors, and they are celebrating or preparing for their grand entrance in the back. And who was here last Saturday? Okay, good. Some people. So you guys do remember what kind of legendary night we had that night, right? Okay, are you ready to take it a bit further tonight? Great, I take that as a yes, and I feel like you're ready. Listen, but we have also done our part. We had an amazing performance by Macklemore last night, but we decided, listen, it's the closing, it's a big party. We're gonna amp it up by giving you 2 amazing performances. And I wanna hear, where are all these Sam Ryder fans? And where are all the Rita Ora fans? Nice. But listen, it's also gonna get very emotional. It's gonna get very official. So kids, please straighten up, grab your snacks. We're gonna be here. Guess who's also back? Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, is back. And he brought along the wonderful Duchess of Sussex. She is, yes, she's stoked to see you all, and I've got a feeling the feeling is mutual. Are you just as excited to see her? Yes, you are. Perfect. So, we will be sharing this beautiful stage later also with the highest ranking man in the country. And I feel like I can see him already. Yes, I can. He is here. Germany's federal president, Frank-Walter Steinmeier, is in the house. That's what I call an epic lineup. Grab your seats. We are going live at 8 o'clock sharp. You can see the countdown here, and you know what to do. Once we hit 10, we all count down together. Are you ready?
10,
9,
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome everybody to the closing ceremony of the Invictus Games 2023. Live from the Merkur-Spiel Arena in Düsseldorf, Germany.
Let's welcome all of the participating nations of the Invictus Games Düsseldorf 2023. And we start with those boys and girls from down under. Please welcome Australia.
A great cheer for Australia. One of the traditions at most sporting games is this parade of nations, a chance to honour those who've entertained and thrilled over the last 8 days. The Invictus Games welcomed 3 new countries this year, Israel, Nigeria and Colombia. All 3 covered themselves in glory and are now firmly established as part of the Invictus Games family. Australia, with a 31-strong team, Numerous standout performances, including multiple gold medalist Erin Brigden. She won a staggering 7 gold medals, 4 in the pool, 2 in indoor rowing and another gold in powerlifting. A quite phenomenal all-round performance from this versatile competitor. The Australians enjoying their moment on the stage. And Erin, well, she might well appear at the Paralympic Games in Paris in 2024. A mother of 2 from Brisbane, she was medically discharged from the army this year after 10 years of service, and she had watched the last 2 Invictus Games and was so inspired by the camaraderie to get involved herself. She has repetitive strain injury, but has overcome the odds to make herself a true sporting champion.
There were more than 500 competitors total here in Dusseldorf, most of whom are taking part in the Invictus Games for the first time. Some will have already returned home, but most have stayed to see the conclusion of this wonderful event and take part in this wonderful celebration.
Next, up the ramp, thank you very much to Australia. Welcome, the fabulously Flemish, Belgium!
Belgium first took part in the Invictus Games in 2019 as the 19th nation to join the movement. One of their leaders throughout these games has been Stefan Wolper, a 30-year veteran of the Belgian Air Force who has excelled in athletics. Here he won 5 medals on the track across distances ranging from the 100 to 1,500 meters, then added a 6th medal in cycling. Stefan is paralyzed below the knee, but credits watching the Invictus Games. He saw the inaugural edition on TV in 2014 as a source of inspiration. Though he has won medals here, that's not what this is all about, he says. It's about showing your best.
How good were they? Thank you, Belgium! And now it's time to welcome to the stage the hosts of the next Invictus Games. Give it up for Canada!
She say, do you love me? I
Great
tell her
roar
only
inside the arena
partly. I
for
only love
Canada.
my bed and
And
my
a proud night for the Canadians. Later we'll see the flag hand over to Vancouver Whistler, hosts of the Games in February 2025. Canada with a 32-strong team, and of course they've hosted the Invictus Games before in Toronto in 2017. By the way, every competitor is receiving a souvenir medal in a leather case before they enter the stage. The front of the medal bears the Invictus Games logo engraved with the words "Recovery through Sport" and "Changing Lives and Saving Lives." On the back is Invictus Games Dusseldorf 2023 and the words "A Home for Respect."
I've got to get me one of these shirts. If you look about my size, I'm going to come and talk to you. Keep him coming, Canada, keep him coming! Let's hear it one more time! Canada! It's time to add some Latin flavor to the evening. Dusseldorf, please welcome Colombia!
From day one of the Games, first-time competitor Colombia has demonstrated terrific spirit and skill. One of the leading performers has been John Sierra, who comes away from these Games with golds and silvers across a range of disciplines, from athletics to swimming to indoor rowing. But for all that, it was in sitting volleyball where the Colombians really came together as a team, earning a well-deserved silver medal.
Everyone's watching, you know it's serious, we're getting closer, this isn't over. The pressure's on, you feel
A terrific party atmosphere inside the stadium this evening. Everybody really reveling in the occasion at the climax of week of sport, a carnival atmosphere. And the Colombians just getting a few words of encouragement to try and get them to leave the stage. Happy just to hog the limelight for a few more moments. Why not? Who can blame them?
You can count on the Colombians to ignite an arena.
Here come Denmark, long-time participants at the Invictus Games. Denmark have had 21 competitors here, all of whom trained with their local sports clubs in preparation for the Games. The Danes like their sport, of course, and held training sessions to decide which sports particular athletes would compete in. The Danish flag being waved proudly. And once again, they're ready to party. They're not going to move away from the limelight. Here to stay.
Thank you very much, Denmark! Thank you very much, Denmark. You can carry on partying, but you can't stay here. Come on. Okay, next up, they're small but mighty, and we love every one of them. Welcome, Estonia!
A part of the Invictus Games since the very beginning in London in 2014, the small Estonian delegation showed big personality in its competitions all week long here, and its passionate supporters were always on hand to wave the distinctive Estonian flag. One ebullient contender has been in swimming and in sitting volleyball. It's Marcus Hopp, whose overt enthusiasm for everything he has taken on here has proven infectious. Colombians, the Estonians rather, also celebrating the silver medal of Rego Roots. He earned that in discus.
And coming up very shortly, it will be to the letter F. F for France, of course. Here come the French, who will of course stage the Olympic Games next year in Paris, a city famed for its romance, and romance was certainly in the air here in Dusseldorf this week.
To France!
Yeah, the French getting their rather belated introduction from the announcer. Romance, as I say, was in the air because on the basketball court, the French competitor Didier proposed to his longtime girlfriend after one game. And thankfully, she said yes to his proposal. Didier won a silver in powerlifting. What a week it's been for him.
What a week indeed.
Volleyball, and they came home with a bronze medal, and they were fantastic from start to finish. Please welcome Georgia!
The champions in sitting volleyball at the 2018 Invictus Games and runners-up in The Hague last year. Georgia came to Dusseldorf determined to retain their place on the podium in their marquee sport, and they did. Mission accomplished. Georgia takes home bronze, prevailing in a 3-set thriller against Team UK.
I think the Colombians have won the prize so far, haven't they, for the most boisterous arrival onto the stage.
The French and the Danish, however, have given them a run for their money.
I think at the moment the Colombians are in the gold medal position and the Danes are in the silver medal position.
I would agree.
Let's hear it for Georgia! And now to introduce one of our debut teams, Israel!
terrific reception for Israel, another nation which received great support on their game's debut. They certainly left their mark as well, especially on the table tennis table. Table tennis was added to the schedule from the last games, and Israel was certainly glad it was. One of the mixed doubles finals was an all-Israeli affair, and they take home a bag full of medals of all colours, despite the fact that it's a fairly small contingent here from Israel. And you can see from your screen, it's quite a logistical challenge really, because the competitors are filtering along the front of the stage, quite a long stage, and then they have to move round and take their seats in the auditorium, ready for the rest of the ceremony, which of course will reach its climax with the concert, the star billing of Sam Ryder. We've got Prince Harry, the birthday boy, 39 yesterday, and then of course Rita Ora topping the bill, I suppose, in some ways.
Give it up for Israel! I've come here to say, ciao, Italy!
Per aspera ad astra, to the stars through difficulty. That was the motto of the 17 Italian team members who competed here. To the stars through the swimming events went Matteo Pieropan, whose talents were evident as he captured 2 golds and 2 silvers, demonstrating his mastery over a range of strokes in the pool.
I'll tell you what, this has been so well choreographed, because the party atmosphere started from the beginning really, didn't it? There was no need to whip the crowd up, the competitors into a frenzy, because everybody was in the mood.
It's been a celebration all week long, but now with the competitions finished, you really see the joy that is coming out. It's infused this arena.
From Italy! We've got friends all over the world. It's time to meet our friends from the Middle East. Please welcome Jordan!
Yeah, here comes Jordan, next into the arena. And what a story here. It concerned Rola Amro in athletics. She became a worldwide star in some ways. She'd never raced before. She even borrowed a wheelchair to allow her to compete. And her nerves, before she got to the start line, were noticed by one of her 100-metre rivals, Claire Gibson from the United Kingdom. This is a remarkable story. Claire actually slowed down so the two of them could cross the finish line together. Claire was not concerned in the slightest about winning the event. She was more concerned about supporting a fellow competitor. The true spirit of the Invictus Games was summed up in that very sweet moment. An abiding memory for me of these games, and for so many as well.
Thank you to Jordan! Now this next nation, they've been licked, they've been licked, they are the Netherlands!
The Invictus Games hosts from a year ago. The Netherlands delegation had a rather short commute here to Dusseldorf, as we are just less than 2 hours drive from the Dutch border. A team that adds color to any sporting occasion. The orange men and orange women were especially good in cycling at these Invictus Games. And as a nation that excels in winter sports, it will be very interesting to see what the Dutch do in Whistler, Vancouver in 2 years' time.
Unsurprisingly, plenty of support for the Dutch in the crowd. I think the two support animals on the stage are a little bemused by what's going on.
Let's hear it for the Netherlands!
You have to applaud their coordinated dance moves, too.
Next up, this team came with a spirit. They also came with a pretty mean hacker. Aotearoa, New Zealand.
And speaking of the haka, what a games it has been for Paulette Doctor, who carried the New Zealand flag in the opening ceremony. She earned bronze for her nation in table tennis, and the New Zealand delegation celebrated her success with a specially created haka, the Na Ma Katoa, which means unconquered. It was a sight to behold, and it brought tears to Doctor's eyes and to the eyes of the spectators who watched it.
They came with traditional Maori boys. Thank you very much. Aotearoa, New Zealand.
I think we're just halfway through the Parade of Nations.
Are you ready for some of the best dancing you're going to see tonight? The Super Eagles are in town. Welcome, Nigeria!
Yes, the Super Eagles. Nigeria taking part in their first Invictus Games. They entertained everyone with their enthusiasm and can-do spirit. We won't forget the delight and dancing celebration by the Nigerian team when they won their opening match in sitting volleyball. Unbridled joy. A special mention should also go to Peacemaker Azegbula, who won the nation's first gold medal of the Games in powerlifting. They also won a medal in table tennis, and I think they're going to just stay out there a little bit longer than perhaps the organisers might hope. Well, let's just sit back and watch this.
These guys are having it right now. Okay, from just over the border, please welcome Poland!
Yeah, the strength of the Polish team was on display everywhere you looked in Dusseldorf. In powerlifting, where Paweł Lizek won the men's IP10 category after lifting an astonishing 225 kilos. That's 66 kilos more than any other competitor in the field. And also they shone in indoor rowing, where Łukasz Kozieli proved formidable. And what can we say about Poland's sitting volleyball team? Last year's champions were favourites coming into these games, and they lived up to their star billing with a second consecutive gold here.
Let's hear it one more time, Poland! Next up, one of my favorite countries in the world. Welcome, my friends, from Romania!
Romania saved some of their very best for last at this Games. They took 2 gold medals in archery this afternoon, finishing with a flourish. Elsewhere, Valentin Popa delivered one of the moments of the Games in the men's IT5 1500-meter race. He was in what looked like a regular wheelchair, and he was clearly in pain. It took him 22 minutes to cross the finish line, but when he did, everyone was cheering him on, just as they had been every inch of the way. It was truly spectacular to watch, and it underscores the heart and the passion of this team.
Together for Romania! They came from the east. They came to compete. Please welcome Korea.
The Republic of Korea excelled at table tennis, winning multiple medals in the seated categories, where Choi Il-sang and Young Eun Chang dominated the mixed doubles. Lee Ju-yoon was a standout performer in indoor rowing as well, his talent earning silver in both the sprint and endurance events. The Republic of Korea representing Asia at these games, and very much part of the Invictus Games family.
Single person here that didn't welcome every single one of these into our homes right now. Give it up, Ukraine!
A phenomenal team. The courage and determination of Ukrainian competitors was on display in every contest they entered, but one of the very best moments was saved for the penultimate day of competition when Yulia Paevska, the beloved Tyra of Tyra's Angels, the volunteer ambulance corps she founded, took bronze in archery in the women's open compound event. Paevska was due to take part in the games last year, but she was captured and unable to attend, and so her 19-year-old daughter Anna Sofia stepped in and competed in her stead, winning bronze in archery as well. This year, Tyra kept her date with destiny and won her own bronze in the same sport, and what an ovation she received.
Yes, what an ovation as well for Ukraine when they were announced just a few seconds ago.
Every competitor who is able looks to be on their feet in this arena right now. Elsewhere, there was Alexander Budko, who was phenomenal in powerlifting and wheelchair basketball. Budko was a barista in Kyiv who was conscripted, and he lost both of his legs below the knee when he was hit by a shell on Ukrainian Independence Day last August. He has since toured the United States with the United Ukrainian Ballet Company, dancing in a show about the consequences of war. A story that has been carried on here at the Games.
The Ukrainians just lingering a little longer on stage, and who can blame them, really? A lot of support for Ukraine after the traumas of the last 2 years.
From the place that made me the person I am today, please welcome my family and friends, United Kingdom!
A good reception for the United Kingdom, who've had a large contingent here in Dusseldorf. Friends and family also here in force to provide encouragement. And one story that melted hearts involved Danny Stevens from the Royal Navy. She competed in the swimming, not to win, but to merely conquer a fear of water. She suffered a mishap in the water during a team-building exercise while in service, and it left her with epilepsy. She came here solely to prove she could get back into a swimming pool with her son Henry, and it was mission accomplished for Danny, who swam her race and then was joined in the pool by Henry. Another magical moment involved Kennetha Franklin, known as Frankie. She wasn't able to compete in her indoor rowing event as she was doing another sport at the time. So a special event for her alone was arranged, except she wasn't on her own, far from it. 18 of her teammates walked out to the rowing machines with her, sat alongside her and pulled away for 4 minutes on rowing machines. All the time they chanted her name, spurred her on, teamwork at its very finest.
And we love. Well done, United Kingdom. Well done.
The emotion is palpable on the faces of the Team UK competitors.
And the UK team still filing in. Quite a big team. And the emotions apparent. The sacrifices these people have made throughout their lives, but showcased superbly, really, on a sporting stage through the Invictus Games.
I'm not sure if there's anybody left in the United Kingdom. They're all here.
Some of them have applied to compete at the Invictus Games 2 or even 3 times before being selected. And they've spoken so eloquently about the reaction when they got the phone call that let them know they would be competing here.
Are we ready for one more? They brought their star-spangled banners, and they came all the way from the United States of America.
Here is the United States of America, and among them the extraordinary Heather Seelover, an Air Force major who is leaving these Invictus Games laden with gold, silver, and bronze. And those medals came from every corner of the Invictus Park, from the track, from the pool, and from the indoor rowing space. She is in the double digits medal-wise. Most of them are gold, and that makes her the most successful competitor at these games. The United States also scored golds in powerlifting thanks to Christopher Farrell, and in wheelchair basketball, where they captured their 5th consecutive title. They were victorious as well in a wheelchair rugby, where the gold medals were memorably presented by Prince Harry, much to the delight of the team and spectators. And for all that, one of the loveliest moments came in yesterday's road cycling criterium final, where Christian Vega took gold after his teammate Garrett Kawada made sure that they finished 1-2. Kawada was leading, but he wanted to see his friend and teammate take the gold, feeling that he deserved it after all that Vega has overcome. It was a moment that transcended sport, and it really showed what these games are about.
So they're the USA team. And as per tradition, it will be the host nation to be introduced finally onto the stage as the Parade of Nations prepares to reach its climax. Prince Harry enjoyed himself with Meghan. The birthday boy, 39 yesterday.
Keep it coming, USA! They're still coming from every corner of the United States of America! From New York State!
A Bruce Springsteen classic, born in the USA. An appropriate anthem, really, for the team from the United States of America. The Germans waiting patiently.
States chanting USA, USA as they wave the flag high, savoring this moment on stage.
That friendship and camaraderie that's been evident throughout the Invictus Park for the whole of the week, yet again demonstrated tonight at this venue. A chance really for the fans, the spectators, almost 15,000 of them, just to salute the heroes of the last week or so.
I failed pretty much everything at school, so this is going to take an awful big effort. Bitte willkommen, Deutschland!
And unsurprisingly, the biggest roar of the night for the host nation. What fantastic hosts they've been. And what a show they've put on this week. 37 members of the German team, their federal defence, known as the Bundeswehr.
to every single one of them.
And a sports therapy centre in Warendorf, 100 kilometres from Dusseldorf, is where most of these competitors have been staying as part of a rehabilitation programme. The goal there is to facilitate a return to service for the German competitors here. Participation in the Invictus Games is a huge step on their individual path to rehabilitation. The active and former soldiers of the German team have suffered mental or physical injuries during deployment or in accidents of all the services, of course. Almost all of them suffer from post-traumatic stress disorder. And the team captain of the German team is Jörg Hinrichs. Some other notable performances from Jens Niemeyer, who was Germany's first medalist of these games, a bronze in the shot put for him. Julia Eyrich won 2 gold medals in cycling and a bronze in indoor rowing as well. So the Germans getting the acclaim of the crowd, the home crowd, a sporting crowd, partisan at the moment, understandably so, and quite rightly applauding their German compatriots, but they've given every nation really the respect, the dignity, the honour that all the competitors deserve. And Germany have really put on a wonderful exhibition this week in every respect. So the competitors have been across the stage, but we're not quite finished really, because there's more to come. Not from competitors, but shall we say from the army of backup people who contributed.
And now, we talked about this a little bit earlier on. It's their stage, they carry on. We talked about this a little bit earlier on. Not only do we want to say thank you to these wonderful human beings, but everybody behind the scenes made this happen. Please welcome the friends and family.
The caregivers, quite often,
Once
the
again,
reason
a huge
why.
thank you to the family and friends of the Invictus Games.
Yeah, almost brings a tear to the eye really to see them.
One last time.
Just having their moment in the spotlight, and deservedly so as well.
We did nothing of this without every single one of them. 1,500 volunteers right across the Invictus Games, Dusseldorf 2023. So make some noise!
Yes, the volunteers, as we just heard there, more than 1,500 volunteers from 33 countries, incredibly, have all helped with the smooth running of these games. Helped out in so many different ways, making sure competitors have everything they need to perform, directing spectators to their seats. You name it, they do it, and they always do it so willingly as well. In their distinctive yellow and black tops, which have been a real feature of these games. Everywhere you walk around the park, they've been there helping out with a smile on the face. And as ever tonight, happy, smiling faces.
Volunteers, every single one of you, thank you. One more time, Dusseldorf, the volunteers. A big thank you from me. Look after yourselves. I will see you again. Please welcome back to the stage, Hamlet Tesfaye.
Look at all these wonderful people. Oh my God.
Here's our host, Hamlet
If
Tesfaye.
you could only see your smiles, if you could only see your beautiful faces, I can feel it all the way to up here. Everyone in this room is buzzing with excitement. We've got 21 teams from 21 nations, as well as a bonus group of family and friends. We've got a squad of volunteers because they all are as much a part of the Invictus family as the Rhine is part of Düsseldorf. So give them a round of applause, and to yourselves as well. Oh my God, what a crowd. Look at the dogs go like, this is a lot of people. Listen, so now that we've gathered again in our home for respect, this would be the great or the perfect moment to thank Boeing, the presenter of the Invictus Games. So please give a warm round of applause to the President, Chief Executive Officer of Boeing Defense, Space and Security, Mr. Theodore Ted Colbert III.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. After 7 days of extraordinary competition, I am honored to join you for the closing ceremony of the Invictus Games Düsseldorf 2023. Tonight, we celebrate you. You have inspired us with your strength and resilience, and you have shown the world what it means to have the heart of Invictus. One competitor who has inspired me tremendously is Mike Muchka from Team Germany. All right. In 2010, Mike and his fellow Bundeswehr soldiers were in a relentless firefight in Afghanistan, trapped in an ambush for hours. Tragically, 3 comrades lost their lives, and Mike sustained severe injuries. But he refused to surrender to despair. 13 years later, Mike is not only here with us at the Invictus Games, but he won a silver medal in shot put. All right, Mike. All right. His recovery against all odds is a testament to his unconquerable soul. His journey is what the games are all about. Mike and all of you remind us that the human spirit can triumph over adversity. Boeing's deep commitment to service members in defense forces is no secret. We stand by service members from the beginning of their military journey to life post-military. And we invest heavily in hands-on recovery programs that help veterans and their families heal from wounds both seen and unseen. Recovery is a journey without a destination. It's a lifelong journey of growth and self-discovery and healing. And these games are one stop along the way. As you look back at your time here, remember the moments of celebration, the moments of struggle, and the moments, most importantly, of connection. Those lifelong relationships forged among teammates and competitors will last forever. As you move on from this year's games, lean on your people and support one another, because there isn't an obstacle you can't overcome together. I want to extend my sincere gratitude to all of the Invictus Games supporters and volunteers, and of course the organizers and its patron, Prince Harry. Thank you. Thank you to the Invictus Games Foundation, the German Federal Armed Forces, and the city of Dusseldorf for an incredible week of competition and camaraderie. Boeing is proud to join you in serving those who have so selflessly served each one of us, and we are humbled to be part of the Invictus family. Thank you, congratulations to all the competitors, and have a wonderful evening. Thank you.
Thank you, Ted. Thank you. Thank you, Ted. All right, party people. It's time for our first performance of the night, and I just want to know, are you ready for it? Okay, stop right there. I'm gonna ask again, and then you're gonna give me more energy, okay? So Düsseldorf, are you ready? Hey. This is what I wanted to hear. Listen, I'm gonna come to you now, because I want to hang out with you guys real quick, because we have a little bit of time, and I'm really hoping that I don't fall in these shoes, but I'm gonna be fine. Pray for me. Listen. Okay. Hello. Colombia. Colombia. Are you here, buddy? Buddy's here. I brought Buddy. Hello. Hello. Hola. Oh, muy bien, ¿y tú? Yes?
Súper bien.
Oh, super bien, even. Do I say buenas tardes or do I say buenas noches at this point of time?
Buenas noches.
Buenas noches. Welcome, Invictus. That's so good. Let me see who else is here. Team Canada. Not yet. Not yet. You have one more year to wait. Not yet. It's not your turn yet. I'm going to come back to you later. Oh, guck mal. Hier zu Hause. Marcella? Guten Abend. Wie geht's?
Gut.
Schönen Abend, ne?
Ja.
Should I translate that? I said, how are you doing? Isn't it a beautiful night? And you said, yes, it's a beautiful night. Perfect. Let me go. Hello. Schönen guten Abend. Schönen guten Abend. Hello. Look. It's okay. The Frenchies are in the house as well. France is here. Give it up. Look, I was looking for you guys. Team Niger. Team Niger. Listen. Hello, Team Nigeria here for the first time. Hey. So let me. Are you done? Are you sure? Can I go on? All right. Thank you very much. I think I have a feeling that the energy tonight is just premium. Yes, premium. So I think that you all are ready to enjoy this show.
Ladies and gentlemen, for you, live on stage, Sam Ryder.
Tossing time when I sleep at night. Too many things on my mind, I can change the nights. Shadows on the walls that I keep tonight. Give me fire, help me rewire my primitive mind. Seems that the blind is within a blind. Help me to revive. Hey, quiet these voices that in my eyes. Let's go. Put a light on me, hey. Anything to make me believe that it's not so dark in the deep of my eye. Will ya put a light on me, hey. Put a light on me. Anything to make me believe that it's not so dark in the deep of my eye. Will ya put a light on me, yeah. Do I believe in the things I do? Am I the driver or passenger sitting next to you? Don't think that I wanna know the truth. Just let this fire burn higher up in the back of my mind. Seems that a blind is within a blind. Help me to revive. Quiet these voices that in my eyes. Let's go. Put a light on me, hey. Anything to make me believe that it's not so dark in the deep of my eye. Will ya put a light on me, hey, hey. Put a light on me. Anything to make me believe that it's not so dark in the deep of my eye. Will you put a light on me? Oh, yeah. Invictus games, we here. Put a light on me. Anything to make me believe that it's not so dark in the deep of my eye. Will you put a light on? Put a light on me. Anything to make me believe that it's not so dark in the deep of my eye. Will you put a light on? Put a light on me. Anything to make me believe that it's not so dark in the deep of my eye. Will you put a light on me? Thank you very much. Persons over prizes, courage over credit. This one's for everyone. It's called Mountain. Hey. Rough seas might pull me under, and dark clouds might dim my days. There's always bright tomorrows when I close my eyes and say, remember how you've made it through the fire. Remember how you've come so far. An unstoppable force of nature. Yeah, that's what you are. I know all that I have lost has given me the purpose. conquering my pain through love. I sing this hymn to rise above. I am a mountain, and down in the valley below is all that I've overcome. All that I've overcome. Whoa, I am a mountain, and down in the valley below is all that I've overcome. All that I've overcome. Sing. Hey. I'm a fighter, it's like I was born to be one. Okay. Whatever life may throw, I pass the test. Whatever fate might dream of for me next, I stand with my head to the sky, but shaken by thunder and winds and the tide. I know all that I have lost is giving me the purpose of conquering my pain through love. I sing this hymn to rise above. I am a mountain, and down in the valley below is all that I've overcome. All that I've overcome. Whoa, I am a mountain, and down in the valley below is all that I've overcome. All that I've overcome. Sing. Hands in the air, Invictus. All right, now we're gonna sing together. Hey, mate, how's it going? 1, 2, 3. I am a mountain, and down in the valley below is all that I've overcome. Hey, all that I've overcome. Whoa, I am a mountain, and down in the valley below is all that I've overcome. Hey, all that I've overcome. I'm a fighter, it's like I was born to be one.
Sam Ryder, whose hit Mountain carries extra significance for the members of
Big up.
Team UK, who
Loads of
chose it
love.
as the song they marched out to during
Give it
the
up for
opening
Sam
ceremony.
Ryder! The shiniest man of the night. You are. Do you know that I put on this dress only to outglitter you, and then
I
I
had to change
realized
because I was going to wear that.
it's impossible to outglitter you, sir.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are
You did
you?
an amazing job.
Thank you so
Make some
much.
noise. Oh my gosh.
No,
What an honor.
no, make some noise for Sam Ryder, please, please.
You're legends. Absolute
Sam,
legends.
I want to talk about your song "Mountain" with you because I'm pretty sure that you saw how the UK team reacted to that one. It's very dear to their heart. It is very dear to their heart. But I want to ask you, how has your personal journey with this song been? What's been like?
It can't compare. I'm just so in awe. I'm blown away. I'm bowled over constantly that what Invictus represents. And like I said, it's process over prizes and courage over credit. I mean that with every ounce of my heart. I like to see these people just absolutely smashing life and amazing people behind it and celebrating what should and must. It's crucial to be celebrated for being a human being and protecting that tenacious and unstoppable spirit. So bless you all. Thank you so much for letting me just sing my head off for a bit and yeah, come along. Thank you. It means
He
the world.
is a national treasure. Sam Ryder, everyone, thank you so much.
Have a lovely night. You're doing an amazing job.
Thank you. Bye. Sam Ryder, everyone. What a wonderful human being. I want to welcome you once again to the closing party of the Invictus Games 2023. And these games were not only fun, but they brought us closer to a home for respect. 140,000 people came by to watch the competitions all week. 140,000 people. And do you know who was crucial in having that go over smoothly? You guessed right, it was the 1,200 volunteers, the caregivers, and most especially the families and friends of our competitors who did an amazing job. Please give yourselves a round of applause. You did an amazing job. Everybody, all the way up there, all the way back there, all the way back there, you did great. Thank you so much for coming by, for cheering, for being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, how do you create a truly game-changing event? How does that happen? Let me tell you how that happens. When the federal president takes the mic. Dear audience, please welcome the federal president of Germany, Frank-Walter Steinmeier.
Hello, Düsseldorf. And above all, good evening to the Invictus community. Welcome to Germany. What an amazing atmosphere. And what an amazing moment that I get to share with you. If there is somebody of the ever-dwindling number of people who don't know about the Invictus Games, you will perhaps find it hard to imagine the atmosphere that immediately unfolds you as you enter this arena. You don't merely walk into a sporting event with exciting competitions, international teams, and numerous heart-stopping finals. What you notice from the very first moment you come in here is something else, an immensely strong sense of community and solidarity. And it's the community of those who have not let themselves be beaten, not by their severe physical injury or emotional scars, not by pain, by grief, or by the memories of horrible losses that will not let them go. Your strength to keep on going every single day is what has brought you together here. All of you here refuse to give up, and in that, you are an example to all of us. You are some 500 members of the armed forces, and this year the police too, who have come here from more than 20 countries. Over the past 8 days, you have competed to be the fastest and the best. Take home the medals you won. You have fought hard in the various disciplines, but over the 8 days of games, You have been in exchange with each other. You have been celebrating together, and you and your families have forged new friendships. And for 8 days, you have been together with people who understand precisely where you're coming from when you tell your story. And that is exactly the reason of these games. Each and every one of you has a story to tell, a story that far more people should hear. The Invictus Games put the spotlight on people in uniform, people who not only do their duty, but risking life and limb on a daily basis. Before the closing ceremony tonight, I had the chance to speak to Mike Mutschke, a parachutist who was seriously injured when rescuing his comrades in Afghanistan. For years, he has campaigned tirelessly for wounded veterans to receive greater recognition. He thinks, and I quote, "We can show Germany what can happen to serving soldiers and what the consequences can be." He believes this is spoken about too little, and I think he is completely right in this. Back in 2017, Sandra Winkler was a policewoman on the beat in the town of Viersen when she was involved in an accident with a drunken lorry driver. She barely survived. Her partner died. What she says is all too true. She says, "I don't expect anybody to pay obeisance, but I almost died for my country, and sometimes I get the feeling that people find it easy to forget that." We should not forget that, ladies and gentlemen. Both, dear guests, Mike and Sandra served their country and continue to serve it, as do all of you here. And both of them pay a high personal price every single day of their lives for having defended our freedom and the values at the heart of our liberal democracy. What it means to be a steadfast in an emergency is something that many people have to understood since crisis unfortunately struck Europe 570 days ago. Because Russia invaded Ukraine on the 24th of February last year, soldiers are being wounded and are dying on the battlefield in defense of their homeland while we are gathering here. Countless people will return damage from this war and will bear the scars for the rest of their lives. I would like to say this to the team from Ukraine, which has already taken part in the Invictus Games for the second time and must now return to defend its country against the Russian aggression again. I would say you have my profound respect as well as the support of all of us. May you draw new stores of strength from your days here. Ladies and gentlemen, this illegal war could be over today if Vladimir Putin were to withdraw his troops from foreign soil and so put an end to this death and destruction. Together we stand with Ukraine. We support the Ukrainians in their heroic struggle to ensure that Putin's Russia does not win this war. And together with Ukraine, we hope each day that this war will end, so that the dying and suffering and the injustice are no more. Team Ukraine, all of us here feel for you and hope that you can take something of the special strength of this community of the unbeaten back with you. Thank you for being with us this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, dear guests, I am grateful. I'm very grateful to the Duke of Sussex as someone who himself has been in combat for initiating and launching the Invictus Games 9 years ago. Thank you for that. And I'm grateful to our armed forces, the German Bundeswehr and the city of Düsseldorf, for bringing the Invictus Games to Germany for the very first time. Thank you for that. And I would like to thank in particular the many, many volunteers whose great dedication had made these Invictus Games possible. Thank you, volunteers. My great respect and gratitude also goes for the friends and family of the participants. You have accompanied your loved ones on the long, hard road to recovery and healing, and have demonstrated how crucial it is to stand by one another. Thanks for all your courage, support, engagement, warmth, and solidarity. And finally, I come to the participants. You, above all, have my heartfelt thanks for not giving up and for being an example to us all. I will endeavor to ensure that respect for your service to your country and your compatriots will take further root and grow in the midst of our society even after these 8 days are over. Thank you so much. Thanks to all of you.
That was the Federal President of Germany, Frank-Walter Steinmeier, delivering a quite powerful message.
My name is Romeo and I'm here with my dad. I'm very proud of him because when I see how he plays table tennis, it makes me happy.
We're actually a military family, and so we're here to support all of our wounded warriors. I mean, these are our brothers and sisters.
My name is Zayan and I'm from France. Today I support my father.
Bringing my family, friends over here felt wonderful. It's like a vacation away from a vacation.
Having friends and family here for the competitors is a must. You know, having us here supporting them, knowing what they're about as well, is the biggest part.
I enjoyed the environment, the relaxation, the love from everybody you get. It doesn't matter who you are, what you have. There's a lot of love.
I think it's just amazing for us to be able to see how he's been able to like change his life after his injury and then come and still play sport and still succeed and win, and yeah, it's an amazing opportunity. It's just been really great.
I'm here and I want him to know that I'm near and I love him too much.
I would like to introduce you to Anna Sofia. Anna Sofia is the daughter of Julia Pajewska, better known as Tyra. You may already know both women from the Netflix series about the Invictus Games. Tyra is on Team Ukraine. She is seeing cruel and sad things in this war that we cannot even begin to imagine. She was taken prisoner by Russia in March of 2022. And at the last Invictus Games in Den Haag, her daughter, Anna Sofia, competed in archery. Not instead, but for her mother. And then a miracle happened. Tyra was released after 12 weeks. Anna, thank you so much for being here. How was the moment when you heard the news that you would get your mother back?
I can see. Yeah?
Yes.
Actually, I can hear me. So it was really unexpected because we thought that liberation would take a lot of time. So, and that was a really hot summer day when I woke up. And my father told me that my mother has been released and soon she will be home. So it was kind of a miracle. Thank you.
And you know, there's a certain scenario that we're very familiar with fathers being the soldiers. But how does it feel for a daughter when her mom is a soldier?
It's a good question, and I think that I can't maybe say how it differs from another situation because I have never been in another conditions.
Mm-hmm.
But I can truly say that it really teaches you for a lot of situations and how to maybe lead this life more with dignity and honor.
You were 11 years old when the war began, and now you're 20 years old. So this is a very, very crucial time, your teenage years, your adolescence. And maybe it's even more crucial when your mom is gone. Did you always understand what she was doing?
I've been a really smart kiddo, you know, so from the childhood, my parents taught me, as I told you, about an honor and a dignity. So I can't say that I had problems with understanding what my mother is doing and why. It was really strong for me, even in my 11 years old.
Mm-hmm. How did your relationship change over the years?
A lot. It really changed. All that I can say, they become closer. Really.
So now that Tyra's back in civilian life, I really am curious because you learned so much from her growing up until now, and you keep on learning. But what do you think she can learn from you?
I think that I still have things to learn from her. So, what I also can say.
This is my last question before I leave you, Anna Sophia. How proud are you of your mom?
I'm really proud. You can't see this.
Yes, I can. I can. You're here.
She's amazing. Yo.
So thank you so much. Give it up, everybody, for Anna Sophia, who, by the way, competed today in the final of the esports. You played Super Mario Kart, and you made it to the final. I think that's amazing. Thank you so much, Anna Sophia. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you. Anna Sophia, by the way. And look, oh my God. I was just about to introduce you, but now that you're here, he's here, the Duke of Sussex. This is your stage.
Thank you, Anna. Ooh, well, you can't take the bench away. I need to sit down. Vielen Dank an alle Düsseldorfer und vielen Dank an Deutschland. Für dieses fantastische Spiel. As you have seen and experienced, this week is so much more than a sporting event. It is a platform for positive change. The ripple of respect has been felt far and wide, and we hope you too are feeling it deeply. And I'm sure you're all physically exhausted. Who wouldn't be? But I also hope that you are mentally stronger than when you arrived. We may have provided the platform, but you provided the magic. And don't you ever forget that. We've all witnessed the true impact sport has had on your recovery and on your post-traumatic growth. But you will never truly know the impact that your actions this week have had on millions of people around the world. You have opened people's hearts through your vulnerability, through your resilience, and through your sheer abilities. You have shown us that joy can emerge from struggle, and for that, we are eternally grateful. A week ago, I stood here and told you about the significance of being able to wear your nation's flag again. And so many of you have told me that that hit you right here. For many of you, the uniform you've been wearing this past week will give you a new story to tell. And for others, it may give your old uniform new meaning. But I'm here to remind you that after all this, You don't need to rely on a uniform, nor should you ever feel lost without one. Why? Because everything you need is already within you. Tomorrow, you will each walk away with memories that are different and unique to you. But my hope is that every memory made brings a smile to your face through a sense of belonging and an opportunity for you and your family to look forward with pride and with purpose. Yesterday, I met with Master Corporal James Gendron from the Canadian team in the Invictus 2025 tent. James, where are you? While we were chatting, I noticed bagpipes lying on the floor in the far corner. Some of you may know what bagpipes mean to me, so I couldn't help but hope that they'd be played. Little did I know that 30 minutes later, it would be James picking them up and offering to play. Yet I had no idea what they meant to him. Nor did I know what memories they triggered for him. In Afghanistan, he played 63 ramp ceremonies for 63 caskets, for 63 souls, for 63 families.
One, two.
For 4 years after that last ceremony, he couldn't touch them. This week, he wasn't even sure whether he could bring himself to play them. But he did. What had once haunted him, dare I say it, may now be what helps heal him. Thank you, James, for your service, for your courage, and for sharing your gift. So many of you and your loved ones have been to the darkest places imaginable. But your mission to heal and grow has been a shining example to us all. You've shown us the power in not defining people by assumption or their backstory or past pain, but rather instead on their ability, how they show up, and who they are in the present. After this week, know that you are all leading the way for defining human potential and human decency. We value you. We need you, and the world does too. And next year, we've got a lot to look forward to. The Invictus Games Foundation 10-year anniversary. Yes, 10 years. And then it's off to Vancouver Whistler 2025. Germany, thank you so much for the reception and the respect that you have given every single competitor and their family and friends. You have raised the bar here. How much higher can we go in Canada? I'll see you there. Thank you.
Prince Harry, the founder
Home
of the
for
Invictus
respect.
Games.
Diem voor wagen. Het huis van respect.
Ufok, Ukbono.
Une maison pour le respect.
Dom szacunku.
La casa del rispetto.
Home for respect.
Patriuitsema odzach, skipwardet kweni odzach.
La casa para el respeto.
A home for respect.
ADM voor respect.
Casa pentru respect.
Ein Zuhause für Respekt.
Last night, instead of going down to find trouble.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the official flag handover ceremony, please welcome now on stage. For the Invictus Games Foundation, Dominic Reed, Chief Executive Officer. For Germany, Jörg Hinrichs, Team Germany Captain. Jens Niemeyer, Team Germany Competitor. Boris Pistorius, Federal Minister of Defense. For Canada, Elena Mundy, Team Canada Co-Captain. Bernard Casey, Team Canada Co-Captain. Wilson Williams, Squamish Nation. Jeanette Petitpas-Taylor, Minister of Veterans Affairs and Associate Minister of National Defense.
The German team has received the Invictus flag as symbolic moments at this closing ceremony.
Amashkate and Chnuknukwa, Siamda Siaya, Bonitza Kotzilam.
Kayachtin, Squamish, Ochomeo.
Siamna Siaya, Amitza Quatilam.
Winter is coming, but in Canada, that's a great thing. In February 2025, come experience the beauty of Vancouver and Whistler at the Invictus Games. We can't wait to see you. Bienvenue au Canada.
The flag has been received and the Invictus Games will be coming to beautiful British Columbia in 2025. In the words of Prince Harry, the Games in Canada will be held in partnership with the First Nations in the spirit of truth and reconciliation with Indigenous communities.
Thank you, Team Germany. You've been an amazing home for respect. And thank you to Team Canada. We're going to see you all in Vancouver in 2025. One year and 10 days ago, and I remember this precisely because it was my birthday. So 1 year and 10 days ago, I met my very first Invictus competitors in this very arena. And over this period, I've been fortunate to discover more about the Invictus Games. I've met amazing people, remarkable people, ambitious, impressive, and they all share a deep conviction and unwavering passion for the cause. Everybody in the Invictus family is working very hard towards a better future for those who are injured, wounded, but unconquered. And I think it's essential to shine a spotlight on these individuals and include them in our society as a way of showing gratitude and respect. I love sports. Sports motivate us, they challenge us, they keep us going, and then most importantly, in the Invictus Games, they provide one thing that is incredibly precious: visibility. I am truly impressed by what you, the competitors, and your families and your friends have achieved and continue to achieve every day. I feel a deep sense of humility towards your accomplishments, not only your athletic achievements, but also your resilience and your determination way before you set foot on a sports field. The willingness to put one's own life in service to society and to protect our democratic values is not only an individual decision. It affects our competitors just as much as it affects their friends and families. And you all are a great inspiration, and for that, I want to say thank you. Thank you. And now, everybody, it's time for one more superstar. She is just as excited to see you as you are excited to see her. I've seen her perform this afternoon, and boy, are you in for a treat. Dusseldorf, give it up for the amazing Rita Ora.
We've come a long, long way from heaven, through the hard times and the good. I've got to celebrate you, baby. I have to praise you like I should. I've been gone for a minute, been low-key with my business, asking Rita, who is it? Is it true? I've been taking off every weekend, you and I in our feelings, 'cause the high's so much better with you. Oh my God, been a hell of a ride, but you feel like a religion. And who knew love will leave me feeling this good? I have to praise you like I should. How you doing? addiction. You guys ready to have a good time? You've worked very hard this week. Thank you so much for having me. It's such an honor to be here. Thank you so much. I should have stayed with you last night instead of going out to find trouble. That's just trouble. I think I run away sometimes whenever I get too vulnerable. That's not your fault. I wanna stay the whole night. I wanna lay with you till the sun's up. I wanna let you inside. Oh, heaven knows I've tried. I wish that I could let you know. Wish that I could let you love me. Wish that I could let you know. Wish that I could let you love me. Say, what's the matter? What's the matter with me? What's the matter with me? Oh, I wish that I wish that and every time it gets too real, and every time I feel the sabotage, I stop running. Hey, and every time I push you away, I really want to say that I am sorry, but I say nothing. I want to stay the whole night. I want to lay with you till the sun's up. I want to let you inside. Oh, heaven knows I've tried. I wish that I could let you know. Wish that I could let you love me. Wish that I could let you know. Hey, wish that I could let you love me. What's the matter? What's the matter with me? What's the matter with me? Oh, I wish. Said I wish that I. Stay with you till the morning, lay with you through the sunrise, show you that you're my only. Stay with you till the morning, lay with you through the sunrise. Oh, heaven knows I've tried. I wish that I could let you love. Clap your hands, come on. Yeah. Oh, I see you back there. How you doing? Come on. What's the matter? What's the matter with me? What's the matter with me? Oh, I wish. Ooh, yeah, yeah. Hey, what's the matter? What's the matter with me? What's the matter with me? Oh, I wish that I could let you know. Wish that I could let you love me now. Oh, now. We're not finished yet. This song is called Ritual. It's really, honestly, just about finding that thing that works for you and fighting for it, just like you've done tonight. Too hard, too deep, it's you, it's me, too wide, too sleep. Oh yeah, one thing, two need, three words I speak when you're with me. Oh, come on, however I act, you know how much I care. Come on, you know what I want now. Hey, come on the run, love on the run, do anything to be there, be there. And I'll always say your name like a prayer. Oh, when you touch me there, oh, you'll always be my ritual. Always love you all through the night. Be the one that's please make some noise like that tonight. Come on! Oh, you'll always be my ritual. Oh, you'll always be my ritual. You worship me beneath the sheets love on the run, love on the run, run, do anything to be there. And I'll always say your name like a prayer. Oh, when you touch me there. Oh, you'll always be my ritual. And always love you all through the night. And meet the one I sun is right. Congratulations, everybody. Come on. Let's go. Come on. Oh, you'll always be my ritual. Since you'll always be. Since you'll always be. Oh, you'll always be my ritual. So come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. So come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, love on the run, love on the run, love on the run, baby. Oh, anywhere, be there with you. Yeah, yeah. Your prayer. Oh, when you touch me there. Oh, you'll always be my ritual. Come on. The night, beat the when the sun is rising. Oh, you'll always be my ritual. Oh, yeah. Oh, when you touch me there. Oh, you'll always be my ritual. And always love you all through the night. Oh, when the sun is rising. Oh, you'll always be my ritual. You'll always be my ritual. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Rita Ora, everybody! Rita Ora! And that's it. It's a wrap. The Invictus Game 2023.
That's about it from Dusseldorf after a week to remember.
These individuals who have been at their lowest, now they want to serve again.
It's not about how many times you get knocked down, it's about how many times you get back up.
The Invictus Games, to me, is telling the world that we are never beaten.
If those guys can do it, then I can do it.
It's great to have Invictus to be able to help us get back on our feet.
Invictus endeavor has opened my eyes to so many things.
As a researcher, it's changing the landscape of what we see in terms of adapted sport.
With this, we get heard. I get to spend more time with my dad. That's the most important thing.
With the support of your family, your mates, and everybody here, we can do it!
So Dusseldorf 2023 is finally over. What a week it's been.
Dankeschön.